and you can either roll with with what I'm saying, or you can roll with what I'm saying.
Well,
You know,
there's a
by
number of
you
them
by
that's,
by by you personally not having the evidence, I'm not going to just sit here and say that, oh, well, he got a point. No, you don't. But however, you do have an opinion. You have your feelings, and I'm gonna let them be what they are, and go off of because I mean, like I said, I mean, either we're gonna go with the whole idea that we're gonna follow the Trump thing and say that the media is full of lies and anything that they say is just is not is has no truth in it, or we can there's because I take it that there's certain things that we can utilize from the news, like mainstream media, and of course that has to be taken in with discernment as well. But however we look at it, like these numbers, say it's inflated or not. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I mean, one thing is that either we're going to protect the laws that we have, or we're not, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, we're a country of laws, so either we're gonna abide by them, we're gonna make people that come here abide by them, and we're not gonna be we're gonna follow straight, do what's necessary, do what's right. But
Well, on one hand, you have the people that are genuine and concerned or whatever related to the law, if you will, and related to like the future of the country. But the immigration topic is like, if you want to be bigoted, if you want to be racist, if it's used in that way to as a cover. They have a cover over it to hide their actual racism and bigotry, that leads to it. It's like before Brexit happened in the UK, that was the thing, the immigrants, the immigrants, the immigrants. That's why, we got to leave the European Union because they're allowing all these foreigners in here and it's destroying our country and all of this.
do you think I'm racist?
No, I don't. I'm not calling you racist. I'm
I know.
saying that.
Well, I'm not saying that you're calling me racist, but at the same time, I mean, if I mimic any of these sentiments that's going around, if I feel that, these things are true, and I'm, making justifications for what others have said, or whatever based on immigration, I mean, I would be in the same boat as those people, right?
You would be in the same boat of those people, but that doesn't mean that you fall as racist, that you're influenced by those
Well,
folks and some
well,
of those ideas.
okay, well, but at the same time, if I am not, because these are immigrants, these are people, non-Americans that's coming in, and whether they're my color or not, because I think a lot of them are not. If we, really go by the criteria that America goes by allowing people to come in to this country, most of them are probably not our skin, melanated people for the most part. So how is it that we're gonna say that I couldn't be racist? And I would just also add that those people that who are saying some of these things, regardless of their race, could also not be racist because of the ideology or the belief that they have on immigration. Maybe it's just trying to follow the law, or like security. That's one of the main things that's been thrown around is you know our homeland security.
Yeah, but
So
also those people could just simply be racist and hateful and bigoted.
Okay, but I mean that's a easy out. That's like with no facts, nothing to really prove it other than your opinion to say that that's what it is. Like it's not right to do. Like we become more than judgmental when we do things like that because
Well, there's
there's no evidence pointing to it being because of racism. It could be for the same very reasons that we may have you know
well
judgments or beliefs towards like that.
there's historic precedent related to the border and racism and bigotry. Like there's many examples of it
Okay,
historically.
but that's always been a minority, and it's used as if it's the big, like the bigger picture. Like that's everybody's sentiment when they talk about it. So I mean, because I'm black, I can't be, you
It's
know.
not because you're black, it's because I know you. You
Okay,
know, that's
all right.
that's the reason. I know you.
So,
If
but when
it
you don't know somebody, is it still like, can you still say, because I mean, is it, because you could easily say, look, I know you. Yeah, you racist as fuck. Or, hey, I
exactly
know you, you're not racist at all. So when you
right.
don't know the people that's saying it, like, is it
I get it.
really,
I get it. It's a fair argument. How can I determine if they're racist if I don't know them?
yeah.
That's a fair argument. I'm just saying there's a historical precedent related to it.
Yeah, and
That
like I said,
that
I agree with you, but only to cover those rare instances that we see, and we can determine based on what we heard from those few people. But to cover everyone to say that that's their reasoning for feeling the way they do about immigration, now I don't think that's a stance we should try to take. Let's find other reasons why it's wrong. Be more accepting of those reasons because that right there just seemed like a cop out.
okay. I haven't seen this video, but I watch a lot of Robert Wright, so hopefully it's good. As it goes, stop me when you want to make a comment. Okay,
Wait a minute,
it's only
Robert
3 minutes.
Wright.
Yeah, Robert Wright. He's an
Oh, this dude.
economist. Like yeah.
Uh, yeah,
So yeah, let me
very
play some of this.
far right. I mean, far left.
Okay. Well, let me play some of this and
Yeah,
debunk or rebuttal his comments. Let's go.
yeah. I'm down.
Republicans are lying about immigrants and the border. Here are 5 of their biggest doozies. Number 1, they claim Biden doesn't want to secure the border. Rubbish. Biden has consistently asked for additional funding for border security. Republicans have just as consistently refused. They're voting to cut customs and border protection funding and spending bills and blocking passage of Biden's $106 billion national security supplemental that includes border funding. Number 2, they blame the drug crisis on immigration. That's more rubbish. While large amounts of fentanyl and other deadly drugs have been flowing into the United States from Mexico, 90% arrives through official ports of entry, not via immigrants illegally crossing the border. In fact, research by the Cato Institute found that more than 86% of the people convicted of trafficking fentanyl in 2021 were U.S. citizens. Number 3, they claim that undocumented immigrants are terrorists. Baloney. For almost a half century, no American has been killed or injured in a terrorist attack in the United States that involved someone who crossed the border illegally. Number 4, they say immigrants are stealing American jobs. Nonsense. Evidence shows immigrants are not taking jobs that American workers want, and the surge across the border is not increasing unemployment. Far from it. Unemployment has been below 4% for roughly 2 years. Number 5, they blame crime on immigrants. More baloney. This has been debunked by numerous studies over the years. In fact, a 2020 study found that undocumented immigrants have substantially lower crime rates than native-born citizens and legal immigrants. Notwithstanding the recent migrant surge, America's homicide rate has fallen nearly 13% since 2022, the largest decrease on record. Local law enforcement agencies are also reporting drops in violent crime. So who's really behind these lies? Since he entered politics, Donald Trump has fanned nativist fears and bigotry, now leaning into full neo-fascism and using the actual language of Hitler to attack immigrants.
They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done.
Trump wants us to forget that almost all of us are the descendants of immigrants who fled persecution, or were brought to America under duress, or simply sought better lives for themselves and their kids. Don't fall for these Republican lies. Know the truth and spread it.
Okay, comments.
Well, maybe we should go back and hit the bullet points because, like,
That's fair.
uh,
The first one was, hold on. They claim Biden doesn't want to secure the border. That was the first one.
okay. Well, I mean, I think that's an easy claim to, you know, to say that, okay, when the president really wants something done, what does he do?
Suggest legislation.
No, they do. They write executive orders, just like they do for Ukraine and Israel and things that they really give a shit about. They write executive orders, and it bypasses legislation to get funding for anything that he wants to get done.
Yeah, but executive orders are temporary. As soon as another administration comes in, they can throw those out the window.
True.
The better way to go is to get
that's very true. But if you're really standing on what you believe and this, that, and the other, then you're not gonna leave it up to Congress to figure this thing out. And if you really saying, hey, look, this is what needs to happen, you can make that executive decision to get it done right then and there, and then we'll just have to deal with that the repercussions of it later. And we've they've done it so many other times with things that like I said, that they actually care about. So to say that he cares about the border, he hasn't done one executive order other than the one that took away that allowed the catch and release.
The identity politics, the like surface level politics. I think a lot of it has to do with the ignorance of the people. Like,